Check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, we'll be back shortly.
Hi, folks, and welcome to The Siege. My name's Jason. We don't have slow motion replays tonight, and we don't have scrolling graphics, and I don't have a beard. But I believe we have sound, which is an improvement over last week's contest. So let's all be happy for that. We've also got a little bit better lighting, which right now is not an improvement because I'm right in the middle of the screen. But let me introduce you to the star of the show, the host of The Siege tonight. Big player in Indy, owns his own construction company. Probably one of Indy's most popular players. He's an IDA board member. We all know how good of a dad he is, and he's been a great friend to me for the last 3 or 4 years. Big hand to Chris Hopper. Chris, thanks for doing this, brother.
Glad to be out here.
And his co-host this evening, someone that really doesn't need an introduction. He's got multiple player sponsorships. He's an avid fisherman and an avid bow hunter. Also owns his own construction company. Works for Game Time as well. A good friend and once again a good dad. A common theme we got here tonight. Guy Perry, thanks for being here, Guy.
Hey, my pleasure.
So what's The Siege about? The Siege is a weekly show. We're going to have it every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And quite frankly, we're going to take the week off for us, right? So we don't have to do some of the work. We're going to pass it out to one person, and that's the guest host. The guest host can be a sponsored player. It can be just a regular player. It can be a male. It can be a female. There's really nothing on it. There's no even age limit. So if I've told Sean if Sophia wants to guest host, she's more than welcome to. But
She'll just scream.
that's all right. But we invite that one person to host the show. That person, the most important decision that they can make is picking a guest, a co-host with them. Tonight, obviously, Chris picked Guy. Those two guys get together. They pick the players. You can pick a doubles match. You can pick 4 players. You can pick, obviously, pick ladies. We encourage you to pick ladies, quite frankly. You can pick a singles match, and only thing we mention to you, if possible, try and get new people to play. But out of that, let's get a good match going on, somebody that's really even. And after that, they pick the format. They also have to do a lot of the promotion work. We provide them with flyers, but they got to like and share and get them all out there so everybody can see them and promote their own work. And after all that's done and said, and we ask them to come here way out in the middle of nowhere and commentate on the whole match for them. So it's really a lot of work. If you want to be a guest host, we'd love to have you. It's a good experience for you, we hope. And it makes it a little bit easier on us sometimes. But we'd love to have you. Just send messages to Sean or Tim or even
Jason.
me.
Definitely Jason.
And we got a couple lined up for the next few weeks. We'll reveal next week's guest host at the end of the show. And then we'll go forward from there. But What we do start out the siege with is about a 15-minute discussion, all right? And it's just current topics. I ask these guys questions. They both have a chance to respond to them, and then we'll see how they do. So I get to sit back a little bit. Don't worry, you're about maybe 3-4 minutes away from just getting rid of me completely, which is fantastic for you guys. Chris,
especially because you just took up 10 minutes of the 15-minute discussion.
That's Sean. One of the advantages of having a guest host is we don't have to listen to as much Sean as usual, which works out well for everybody. So, Chris, first question to you. What was the reason you chose Guy?
Well, Guy's been a friend of mine since I became playing darts. Actually, when I first started playing at Drifties, I believe he was still a non-master back then. And I remember, I think the 3-day tournament I had to play against him, which wasn't very fun for myself, as he was just finding his darts like just getting started like we know he is today. Hard to play, hard to beat, but still a good guy anyway. You have fun getting beat sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Guy, were you happy to be picked?
Absolutely. It was an immediate yes as soon as he sent me the message. So.
Ah, fantastic. Because you get the tougher question. Biggest news this last week. State was rescheduled, apparently, although I don't think they've made the rescheduling date official, the location official. But give us a rundown. In your opinion, what happened at State?
Tough question. It's...
You think that's tough?
It's, obviously it was a corporate decision. It was a tough one that they had to make. The IAMOA had to do something, so, they're going to move it. I'm assuming they're going to move it to a different month, to a different location, and it's just it's tough business call, but business is business. So there's going to be some unhappy players that are going to want to opt out. There's going to be some players that are going to play with some other players that they didn't intend on playing with. So there's going to be some changes. So
yeah, well. Chris, what's your opinion on that thing? Have you ever been to the Fort Wayne location? We're not saying that that's where it is, folks, although that's where the rumor is. Have you ever been up to the Fort Wayne and played in the Fort Wayne location before?
No, I haven't myself, so I wouldn't know anything about it or what hotel.
What's your feeling about driving? Well, it's about 3 hours north of here.
Well, see, I think I lucked out this year. I'm only in one event for State, so I probably just won't go.
All right. Well, that's, live surveys. What can I give you, folks?
Give us your opinion. Venue.
What's that?
I've been to that venue.
Oh.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. It is nice. Everyone who ends up going will really appreciate the location.
I've heard the same thing. It's a community center. I guess there's hotels that are attached with Skywalk. So, everything is centrally located. It's a nice place. The tournament was ran well last time from what I heard. So, it's a good choice. All the northern players, all the southern players, they have to drive to Indianapolis,
yeah, that's fair. So. That's fair. Well, Showdown's moved over too. So, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. I'm still avid believer that COVID is one to blame. All right, Hopper, you get the first next question. The Hopper history with darts, where did it start? What year, where was the location, and who did it?
Ooh, what year? I wouldn't know. I know growing up when we were younger kids, me and my brothers, my dad would always go out and play league. So did my mom, even. And I think they played a Bullshooter Lounge, a Maggie's.
Okay.
Some Dear John's maybe.
A lot of bars that aren't around anymore.
Yeah, they're not. There's not a lot of them that they used to play in, or they got renamed, things like that. And then Kevin became really good, and Kenny, pretty mediocre-ish. And when I started playing, I just fell in love with it right away.
Yeah.
So I've been playing ever since for about 9 years.
Who wins between you and Kenny?
Yeah, it's a mix probably. Probably favored to me right now. I've been playing more than he has.
Interesting.
He's been a little league coach this summer.
We are recording. All right, Guy. Who started in your family? You remember?
Well, it was introduced to me by my sister and Raymer, and so I started playing with my sister, and we played mixed doubles, and then I started playing with Mark, and
Now, Raymer said last week Spanky was the one that told you guys that you and Mark should play together and stay together.
Spanky used to, give me a hard time because, he thought, I was not performing to my potential, that I was below the master line for a little bit too long, so he gave me a lot of time.
Good for Spanky. Yeah. All right, Guy, you get the next one. We're going to make these a little bit tougher eventually. What's new at Game Time? Pimp your stuff. Right? This is your chance. You got a ton of sponsors. You're a hell of a player. What's new at Game Time? And this Bash for Cash thing has really taken off. It's gotten big. What's the reason behind that success?
Well, at Game Time, I mean,
In 2 sentences, go ahead and answer all those questions very quick.
we've had a good summer with league play. So I mean, our outside venues, I mean, bars are doing really well. So I mean, they've had a lot of good play this summer. So model leagues are getting ready to start. Be posting those this week. We are gonna be a model. We're gonna have model leagues again, participant.
Yep.
So that's always a good tournament. As far as what was the rest of it?
What's Bash for Cash?
Oh, Bash for Cash.
Yeah, that's
that just started. I mean, I wanted to put together a singles tournament, and so we started with.
So is it the fact that it's a singles tournament? Is it the fact that it's a player auction? Is it the fact that it's for all different levels, or is it a combination of all those things?
It's a combination. I mean, we started when it started. The player auction took off, and I did that online, and it was big.
Yeah.
And then I decided to do them at the event now because online is just too hard. But
Yep.
I mean, and then the players like that. I mean, we just had the novice list last week, and the girls were playing for $735.
Yeah.
That was player auction money.
Well, that was Angie Armstrong one there.
And she did
Big
win
shout
that.
out to Angie.
She did win it. She played
Drinks
well.
on her.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's going to continue. We're getting ready to do the A here in 2 weeks, and then next month we're going to do the double A.
All right, nice. And you get to pick can a person compete in a double A if they chose to?
Well, I mean, if I can't fill the field with enough double A, I'll take some high ranking A players.
Chris?
All right, I'll play
Chris?
if needed.
Yeah.
And Chris, I'm going to give it to you. You have 30 seconds to answer this question. What's going on in the IDA lately?
The IDA, well, there's still leagues forming at night owls, I believe.
Okay.
There's a league going on right now Monday nights at Thompson House.
Yep.
We just had the blind draw, the impromptu.
And I was there at the
or
blind draw.
Sunday.
That blind draw, the same one that I put Tim out of the tournament.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
nice.
Yes, put him out of the tournament. It
Nice.
it was memorable. I put Corey Drake out of the tournament too.
Yeah, I was stuck in Bedford for Guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was doing a little
Well,
work.
and I tell you, Corey Drake's he's on the board now too, right?
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
got
we have a few additions to the board.
He's got a fantastic little project that I think he's working. I think the whole board's working on it. I'm sure. But Corey's working on a project as far as like a blind draw series on Sunday
I heard something
afternoons.
about that.
Details I don't have, kids. I could just be making it up for all we know. But anyways, Chris, you get a tough one, right? We got a couple of tough ones, and then you guys talk about the players, and more importantly, I get to go sit on my deck. Made by Chris. Still missing the raised vegetable garden.
One day.
Chris, here's your question. Does the end of a pandemic mean a loss of viewership or revenue for streamers?
I don't know about the revenue part of it,
Uh-huh.
but the viewership, I don't believe
Neither
so.
do we, trust me.
I think
Yeah, the revenue will stay the same.
Yes.
I think a lot of people have adapted to being at home or being around their homes and have home boards now.
Sure.
And enjoy watching it, kind of like on TV.
Yep.
So I love watching streaming. I do it any chance I get. PDC, daily this week on Player Championship.
All right, if you're out and about, if you're, no, I don't know. If you're over at the mall and you're shopping with Shannon and you're sitting on a bench in the middle of the mall and you got your phone in your hand, will you watch streaming at that point in time or will you play a game?
I usually am watching PDC at that time.
Yes,
Actually.
it is.
Yeah. Guy, what do you think on that question?
I'm not a huge watcher of streaming darts. I mean, it's
We have that in common, my
yeah,
friend.
yeah. I watched the big tournament over the Christmas break. I mean,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
other than that, I just
Yeah.
I just took off your camera
That's
when
okay.
you said I don't watch the streaming. I was
Well,
like, all right, bye.
mean, that streaming, but yeah, I do support this streaming. Yes.
Guy, I got one for you. All right, this is your tough question.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, each of you got one. You get one, it's a little bit stinky. Okay. Here we go. Is the success of the IDA membership, the leagues, it's like adding another competitor to the market. Is the success of the IDA hurting soft tip vendors?
I don't know that it's hurting it. It's something that's needed in Indianapolis. steel tip was dying, and Raymer taking it over and bringing it back. Is it taking away our players? Every soft tip vendor is going to say yes, but it's just, I mean, Indianapolis is such a hotbed for darts. I mean, we got several vendors. Everybody does their own thing. They're all successful. Is what they do. So welcoming the IDA to the mix. I mean, I'm all for it.
I appreciate it. And what's your opinion there, young IDA board member?
Well, really, it's not apples and oranges because they're both darts, but some steel tip players don't play soft tip, and a lot of
right.
soft tip are not just kind of scared of steel tip play. I like it. It's more traditional. It belongs in Indianapolis too.
But if you throw in, cornhole is taking our players.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, so I mean, it's just another thing. I mean,
No, that's fair.
cornhole's taking over. So
Well, and I think it also encourages to emphasize the fact that we need to get new players into the sport,
absolutely.
right? Yeah, I mean, Ben started playing 5-6 years ago, and look where he is now. All right, there's probably 100 different Bens out there. Not quite that big, but there's probably 100 different ones out there. All right, folks. This is my last question, and I can exit stage left. I'm going to go get the players started. So, Sean, if you can turn down my microphone after I finish this question. Chris, tell us why you picked these players. Tell us all about these players. Guy, you follow up with them. And I am out of here. After I scoot my chair back, if you guys want to scoot a little bit more to the middle so we can see your pretty faces.
Sure.
And I will go away. Thank you, Sean.
So, Chris, it's on you for the players, buddy.
Yeah, well, considering I didn't pick the players, but I agreed to the players, I'll let Guy tell me why he picked them. But I know both players really well, and I've known them for quite a few years. Kirk Regal, of course, from Greenfield, and Andrew Matlock. We just call him Drew from Kentucky, but he might as well be damn near an Indy darter. So, pretty much, most of the people watching this stream around Indy, they know Drew's face. They've seen him at MATA. I believe he was at the MATA tournament.
Absolutely.
Always at state too. So I mean, they're both. They're not locals for here, but they're well renowned around where we come from.
Yeah, I mean, I picked Drew because I had a conversation with him about a week ago about over some other stuff that we're talking about, and he said that he wanted to play. So when Chris asked me, I was like, Drew's available. I called Drew, and he said, I'll drive up. So and then I was trying to figure out who hadn't been on the stream that would give him a good match, and I don't know, last year or so, Kirk has really come on. He's a strong player when he's in his element and he's focused. I mean, he can throw. So
yeah, playing for 25 years and still getting better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't realize he'd been playing for 25 years, but I mean, that's and then Drew's been playing for 21. So I mean, it's two veterans that Grizzly veterans that are gonna go at it tonight. So
yeah, been around the block many times. Both
Question: Are they veterans in steel tip though?
They are not.
they are not. They're
Drew Snuckley told me out in the garage it's been a few years.
Yeah,
competitively
and,
playing still anyway.
Kirk, no, he plays at home. I don't know if he has a steel board at home, but he does play at home. But they both can play. So I think that they're going. They've been around long enough that I think they're going to do well. So.
Yeah, I'm reading here. Kirk said he shot a perfect game in 501 this year in Vegas.
Yeah.
After skipping a year. No Team Dart 2020, but come to 2021 and show up and show out. It seems like that's good for him. I know I didn't have that kind of success.
Yeah. I think he won last year or the year before with his wife and
with Kevin Cheshire.
Yeah, Kevin and Denise.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's had success out in
maybe
Las
carrying.
Vegas. Yeah, there's Kurt. So, and I asked these guys a couple questions, how they got started. Drew said that he started at the house with his dad, and they would play $2 a game, and he kept losing money, so he decided to get better. So I mean, that's how he got started. So, and then Kirky, I think he started playing at a buddy's house.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Yeah. So.
25 years ago, apparently.
Yeah.
I was still in high school.
Yep. So I know Drew plays out of Louisville. His home bars, I think, is Cactus Jack and Cavaliers Inn. If you've ever been down to Louisville, those are two good bars. I mean, they have a good group of following players down there, so they do blind draws and stuff like that. So a couple good bars down in Louisville.
Yeah, anytime we have work out of town in Kentucky, we always go to Cactus Jack's if we're staying overnight.
Yep.
Me with Drew and a Headhunter.
Yeah.
We're always down there. I like that place.
Yep.
It's a beer-only bar, so there's not too much riffraff that happens at it either. So it's kind of like a positive.
Positive.
You don't get drunk and not show up the next day when you're out of town.
Yep. And Kirk out of Greenfield. I mean, he plays all a lot of the East Side bars and stuff like that. So I know he's played out of Snappers. He's played out of Fortville, I think. He's played a couple different leagues out there. So. And then I asked him what their biggest accomplishments were in darts, and Drew said he won 4 events at the Bull Shooter in Chicago, and if anybody's played there, that's a tough place to win. So
Yeah.
He's had some success up there. So
Yeah, if you have success there, you can have success anywhere.
absolutely.
It's a lot tougher there than even Vegas or TOC.
When I first started, the first couple times I went up there, I mean, I was just amazed at the talent that shows up at that tournament. I mean, it's tough.
I've never been to the Indy Bull or the Chicago Bullshitter.
Oh, really?
It's always it's like Memorial Weekend.
It is.
So we have the Indy 500 at the lake.
Oh, yeah.
And it used to be a blackout around Indy, so you had to travel that far to get outside the blackout area.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Be sure to share this stream.
Yep.
That way we get more people watching us. Make fools of ourselves for being new at this.
I think there's 64 people watching right now. So like it and share it, and let's make this successful. So I know Drew has a benefit tournament coming up. I believe it is.
This is the pedal.
This is the pedal. Ready to go?
Drew hit the red. We are on.
Ready to go.
70 points to start. Find the triple in the first round.
Yep. Get those nerves out of the way. Kirky's so steady. His stroke is just so smooth.
Yeah, hopefully they can settle right in.
Yeah. Is that in there?
That is on top.
Oh, 40.
That is on top.
So
they're going to play 2 games of 501 here in a row, and then go back to 2 games of cricket.
Is that the first time?
Cricket. And then they will take a short break and go back and do the same thing over before another break.
Kirk Regal with the first ton of the match. Oh, he didn't switch. Ooh.
Thought he would. He was right on top
85.
of that on that first start. Usually that's the go-to to go down,
Yep.
or maybe move to the 18 if you like moving to the right.
He switched last time he did that, so that's why I moved it down.
Did he?
That was my bad.
No, that's what I probably would have done being on top. Well, they're finding the triple
Yeah.
quite
Kirky's
often early.
95. Kirky's getting dialed in.
Look at Drew pulling up the sleeve and showing
Oh,
the
yeah.
biceps there. Or maybe it's Jason's garage being hot.
It might be.
We will ask him.
There's
We will be
another.
sure to ask him.
Ton. Switch. 54 scored there.
Gonna try to set himself up in a nice out
Yeah,
here
see
from
if he-
206.
See if he can get to the first out.
Sit back and think about from
Yep.
186 with 2 darts. Decides to stay there.
You're not guessing very well.
Oh, I like it.
60 scored.
Yeah,
Leaves him on 146, so he's going to have to first shot it out.
that would have put him at a 157, right, Sean? Your camera view.
26.
Only
scored,
26 will not be on and out. So Andrew will have, Drew,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, Drew.
Will have 146 with 6 starts. He's taking his time,
Yeah.
trying to stay focused. He knows he's getting to the end of the first game. Must be a little nerves. 104 is no easy out. Kirk can put some serious pressure.
Right here.
Oh, did I
good
find the
third.
triple there?
Looks
Was that?
like it. 66
Yeah,
scored.
100.
So 100, 104.
With a triple 19 on the first start.
Just inside. Yeah. Leaves himself on 16. Kirky with 100.
As the first start goes, he might be a little relaxed for that double.
Yep. Does he go double-double?
That's a good question. No, he was going for the triple again, just over top of it.
60 scored.
Stay there to leave double tops.
All right, double 16 cam. Excuse me, double 8 cam. Outside.
Taking plenty of time to look at this double 4.
Just
Just right
outside.
there on the rim. Kirk will have 3 darts at double tops for the game 1. I could see us getting caught watching it more than maybe we should. We should be talking maybe a little bit more, and here we are, just
Yeah.
stuck in the moment,
Exactly.
trying to get our own dust off.
Exactly. Oh.
He will not be
it's
happy
about
with that
35.
5-5. He will not. He's got a good marker on that second dart.
Oh, still outside.
How would you take out a 35 from here?
I go 3.
Yeah, double 16.
Yeah.
I think James Wade would go fat 15, double
Probably.
10.
And Kirky.
He lands the fat 3. Not a bad second dart. Still leaving Drew with chances. You probably can't give Drew too many of these chances.
Double 2 for the win. Oh, just inside.
Is that over top of it? It is, isn't
yeah.
it? Maybe there's spider webs in the castle.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just outside. Here we go.
They're getting caught in quicksand here.
It's
Putting a
only
lot of pressure on themselves.
anything but a double. It's a bust. And there it
From
goes.
experience, this is a typical thing at the castle. Everyone usually starts off pretty slow unless you've been here before. So with 2 new people at the castle and first time on the live stream, there's a little extra on this.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've been there.
There
it
he is. And they're both probably satisfied that game is over.
Yeah.
They get a fresh restart, looking at the triple twan.
Alternate start. So Kirk will start this one. It is a race to 6. Not sure why Kirky's pushing his darts right and left. I mean, he's usually pretty straight on.
Yeah, he's been finding the 5-1 a little bit often here.
Probably finger pressure.
Drew is not right now. Starts right off with the triple.
There's 100.
Another 10.
There's a switch.
Switch down.
59 score.
That's the first one I've gotten right today.
There you go.
Hey, you're 1 for 4.
Oh, 85.
Drew is scoring pretty regularly here. Pretty good.
Yeah, before outs in that last game, they were at 70 pretty much as their average. So they're scoring well. Just got to get out.
Yeah, Drew's had I think 5 rounds over 80. Kirky's had 2.
Finds another triple. 81.
Okay. How many times
Drew switching down. That was probably the first time I've seen him switch off the 20.
have you played in Castle?
I played Jacob Davidson a few months ago, and you know, when you're in that garage, you know, everything happens a little faster than what you would think. It seemed like I got here, I had plenty of warm-up
There's
time.
121 for
Nice, a 125.
120.
And then the next thing I know, I'm on my way home, getting beat like 4-1.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've played in here a couple times, and James Haraway and I had a little bet going, and you know, I crushed him the first 2 games, and then he come back and beat me 4.
Another ton from Drew.
Cost me an $80 bottle of bourbon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
$600 tattoo on the leg.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's from the castle. I wonder if there were any friendly wagers made in the garage before they went live.
I don't know.
They do know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
I would not put it past either one of them.
There it is.
Double top in stride there.
76.
Nice. An average of 84 that game. And we're moving to crickets for game 3 and 4. Alternating starters, so Drew will have the first at it. And he has been banging some 20s in 01. I don't see if they want to see anything different. Starting out with a solid 3 mark. Closing the 20. Preventing Kirk from starting something.
And Kirk can get locked in, and when he does, he's strong.
Yeah, he is. A lot of those
Gonna
Greenfield
miss in
players
this
have been
fight,
getting
too.
better and better.
Yeah.
They've been playing a lot more. There's a lot of draws, it seems like, at Snappers. And every time I look, because they always they have a challenge.
Yeah.
And every time I look at the bracket, you know, there's 10, 12 teams regularly.
Kevin Cheshire, he does a good job out there for us. He runs a Thursday night draw and a Sunday draw, and they do well out there. There's a lot of good players out there. I mean, they support darts in Greenfield pretty well.
And there's quite a few, you know, Southside indie players, and, you know, even Westside that'll make the drive out there to play, just because of the good competition there is now.
Yeah.
Kirk finding the first point scored in the cricket game. I'm sure Drew's going to be looking at tops here. No, he's going to go around.
Gonna get
Going
some
to keep
real
it going.
estate.
Not going to worry about 19 points.
No, not with 2 wedges. So Kirk has a decision to make.
Only 218 is going to open the door for Drew just to pounce on him here.
Are you a 0-1 guy or a cricket guy?
0-1. I
Yeah.
like 0-1 for Steele.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because that's all we ever get to watch, you know, from the PDC and
Right.
the CDC. But cricket, I mean, it's hard to not like cricket.
Yeah, I'm, I really enjoy 0-1. I've had my best success in Vegas in 0-1, so cricket's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, cricket, there's games where you can average, you know, way above your standard and still be getting beat. Well, I guess same for 0-1.
Yeah.
You could.
You gotta make the darts count. So it looks like Drew's,
He's got a pretty good handle on
Yeah,
this first cricket game.
Kirk needs to get in a wedge. He needs a 4 or 5 mark right here.
Found the
Yeah,
triple
there's
on
a
the third
triple.
dart.
Dropped those first two a little low, but
Kept himself composed for the third dart. Drew just wiring right out of that.
yeah. Just outside the bull.
Don't forget to share the feed on Facebook here. Get some more people watching. Spread some steel tip knowledge on your friends. Oh, the bounce out. It was in the green. The hole's still there on top of the red if you see it. Won't be happy about the bounce out. Is he using conversions or is he using steels? He says he uses Daytona Fires. That's what I use myself. Drew finding the Red Bull, and then that is the cricket game there. So Drew will take a 2-1 lead going into the second cricket.
A 3-3 there for Drew as well. He's throwing really well right now. I think Kirk's happy that he got the one leg on him so far.
Yeah, I think Drew said he left his house at 4 o'clock and got close to Indy around 6:30.
Yeah. It's not a bad drive down to Louisville from here, so.
I'm not sure if 65 is under construction down there anymore or not. It seems like every other street in Indiana is.
No, I was at 5:30. I was in Madison.
Oh, that's right. Madison down 65 as well.
Madison, yeah. So I drove straight here. It wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah, when you walked in, I was surprised. I didn't expect you till right at 7:30.
Yeah. Well, I stopped at McDonald's, but the line was too long, so I had to get out of the line. I was hungry.
That's terrible. Didn't hide the Big Mac attacks.
Exactly.
He switched up to close the 20 there.
He
That's
did.
not a bad idea.
No, he's not gonna let him jump out on him.
Moving over, not trying to point, trying to make it a gentleman's game.
Yeah.
Just moving around the board, playing a little 21.
You don't see that. You don't see that very often anymore. I mean, everybody needs to point. They think they have to.
You don't see it from me.
Yeah.
Got to have that little subtle triple in there.
Yeah. There it is.
There's a triple. Gonna maybe make him relax a little. Getting on the board. Putting pressure right to Drew.
Kirk needs Drew to miss a little bit. He's putting him into wedges like he's supposed to. So.
Yeah, he's playing a little box out. You know, some people have good. You know, they have good luck with the box out play. Not going straight for the points, just going around like he's playing the computer or something, or playing himself. Looks like Kirk's going to make him pay a little bit this round for that.
Try. Oh, he switched.
Ooh, went down to close the 17s.
I think I probably would have stayed in the 18s right there.
I might have. Down 2 edges and 2-1. Yeah, so far his points haven't. He should have 54.
I think they just realized that.
Maybe Keegan's getting caught up watching the game too and not
Maybe.
scoring. It might be.
There
There it goes.
There
it
it is.
has recycled, and now we don't sound like idiots.
Yeah.
Will he move
Not a
down?
not a big fan of closing from behind. I mean,
Especially when it's 19 points. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you shoot the fat 18 first start and then maybe shoot the 19 to tie,
yeah.
then you have options, and you might be more
But,
relaxed
I
on
mean,
your third dart.
Kirk can blow it open right here and really put pressure on him.
Off to a good start right there with the triple 18.
There's a good close.
Yes, that's a good round altogether. Now it's a match here.
Yeah,
Now it's a
there's
game.
5 mark.
Kirk actually took control of this game with
Yes.
that. See what Drew's response could be.
Wonder if Kirk will do the same thing. I wonder if he'll shoot 2 at the 18 and then go for another close.
Still within a bowl here.
Yeah.
Going right for the points. Or attempting it.
There it is.
Big third dart.
Drop those
That was a
first two.
huge third dart. That took a big adjustment. What was your other match here besides playing Haraway?
It was a few weeks ago. Got a message from Jason asking me and Raymer wanted to play in the castle, and I sent Mark a message, and Mark said, "Yeah, we haven't played in a while. Let's do it." So, we thought we were playing together, and the Saturday before, I was at a draw and found out that I was playing with what's his name, Justin Cottingham. Yeah, Justin Cottingham.
Oh, Cotton, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had never met the guy before, and I met him at the board.
Sorry, Drew just skipped 16s and 15s and went bowls. His strategy here is very interesting.
Yeah, unorthodox.
And so I found out I was playing him, so I showed up and met him, and Mark was playing with Jacob Davidson, and
That's a good pairing. Drew right here
Drew-
attacking
Drew-
the bulls.
He must be
is
comfortable at
I
the
mean,
bulls.
unorthodox. If it works, then I mean,
Yeah.
if it
Got
ain't broke, don't
10-point
fix
lead.
it. That is, yeah.
Been leaving the 18s open. I mean, Kirkin can
Yeah.
he can score some points.
I might even move down to the 15s. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He stays on points. He's
Yeah.
nervous about Drew's bull capability, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, the 5 count will definitely help him out.
Yeah,
Makes him up 4
Drew's
bulls.
now shot at 6 bowls and hit 6 bowls. So that's crazy.
Oh, you missed that one.
And as we
a
talked
bounce
about
out.
it, he goes.
Their flight just come on.
He's not still 7 for 9. Is pretty good.
No, so we played that night, and it was fun. I mean, it was good to see some of our younger darters playing. I mean, that's what I like to see. We got a good group of young players that are starting to make a name for themselves, and that's what we need. We need some new blood.
Yeah. Yeah, it does get boring playing the same old competitors.
Yes. Was that double? Or is that on the green?
The second one looks like a double. He is zoned right into the center of that board.
That's-
Just a pile of
Is that
bulls in the
final?
middle.
Definitely looked more than 3.
That was only 3. The second dart wasn't a red.
Wow.
It looked like it from my angle.
Kirky with 54 scored.
Who won that match between you and Cottongen and Raymer and
We actually pulled it out 6-1.
a similar format to this?
Yeah, very similar.
Bowls and steel tip are not this easy to hit.
No, they're not. No.
This is
No.
crazy.
Somebody's got to make a move soon.
That third dart looks like it went down into the 4, but he still takes a 3-point lead.
I don't think I've seen either of your brothers play here, have I?
Kevin played Scott Markle completely sober, and I
What?
believe he got beat 4-0 in
Yeah.
about 20 minutes.
Come on, Kevin.
And lost. I think they were gambling on a 20-volt tool.
You know what? I remember that. Shoot that 15.
Yeah, he might go back to him here. Try to take the lead. It takes 2, though.
And
Only going to
it's
get
single.
1. Going to be 7 points short. What will Drew do? We do not know, but he will probably be good at it. The triple 15 on the first start.
And why not?
Can close the game out right here with 3 16s.
Ooh.
Just a little short.
Single.
Still putting all the pressure on Kirk's round by round.
Guys, I've been watching these matches for so long, and I have not seen anything like this. This is awesome from Drew. It's throwing Kirk off, I think.
They kept him protecting the 18 for quite a long time, but here he goes, taking the point lead with the second dart.
Ooh,
5
more.
count. We got a 25-point differential, so one bull will tie it. 3 solid darts could take
Yep.
this here.
Oh, you missed one.
Yeah.
Of course.
He
it's a-
redeemed himself with the red.
Yeah.
And
it's a
takes the
triple.
game out.
Wow.
And they're going to take a short break there after that.
We need it. My goodness,
Yeah,
Yes.
that was insane. That strategy there paid off big time. I've not seen anything like that. That was awesome.
That was interesting. When I was first hanging out with Jeremiah Millar, he told me, every once in a while you got to do something to make your opponent, scratch his head, think differently and catch him off guard. So maybe that's what happened there. I mean, maybe he threw Kirk a little curveball.
And jump into the bulls and was successful at it.
I mean, if you're confident in the bulls, then I understand, soft tip, but still tip. I mean, it's a little different.
Yeah, I'm confident in bulls, but
Oh,
not
yeah,
as confident
yeah.
as a triple
I mean-
16 in that situation. And he made the bulls look like child's play for about 5 minutes straight.
I can understand it, but I mean, he still had a bigger wedge. I mean, even if it's single, I mean, Kirky hits a 18 or 16 or 15, he's still still got a bigger wedge.
The fat wedges make difference in steel tip.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got to hit a triple to negate the bullseye.
So who are we going to interview first here after that?
So actually, it's going to be more of a reporter interview. So Tim will be coming over
perfect.
with some of their answers to get some feedback and stuff. That's a new addition from last week. The interview ran a little bit longer than we wanted it to, so this is a good way to get past that. But yeah, this has been really entertaining to start, especially with Drew. That cricket game had to throw Kirk off. I'm interested to hear if Tim asked him about that, because if I was Tim, that'd be one of my first questions
Absolutely.
to him.
It threw us off, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It was awesome.
Conventional darts, you just go down the board. I mean, you don't jump wedges. I mean, there's some guys that do that, and it sometimes benefits them, sometimes it doesn't.
And
Right.
he was doing a little box out too.
Yeah.
Just skipping right over Kirk's points and going to the wedge he was going to go at regardless.
Maybe I think he thought that Kirk was only going to hit singles, but Kirk put some points up.
Yeah,
I mean,
a
it's
couple of
just-
5 counts on the 18s.
Yeah. I mean,
I just couldn't believe that bowl display was incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. When he missed one, we were like, "Oh, he missed one.
Yeah.
That was weird." He hit like 3 hat tricks there. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to play him in 0-1 in soft tip ever.
No, he's
After
pretty
that
good.
display, that was
pretty
crazy.
he can play. I mean, he's been around a long time. I've played against him quite a few times.
Yeah, his
You know,
experience is definitely showing out there right now.
Yeah. Played him in Amada. He's come up to the Turtle / Mad Hatter a couple times.
Is he sponsored by anyone?
No.
Well, if you're watching, guys, I mean,
Yeah.
my goodness, that was crazy.
Next next Saturday at where is that? The Bullmaster, the Phoenix
Oh,
Bullmaster.
that's this Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
that's-
we'll see him up there.
That's gonna-
I don't see why
If
not.
he walks through that door and I'm there, I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I Ben's putting on another show. I mean, he puts on some crazy
Yes, he
stuff, but
does.
it seems like they're always successful. So it's gonna be interesting Saturday.
Guys, we are joined by the man, the myth, the legend, not Jason Ives, Mr. Tim Neal.
How's it going, fellas?
Tim.
That is a gorgeous, gorgeous shirt you got on.
You like it?
Why main board?
Here we go.
What are we doing here?
You're pushing the wrong buttons.
Tim, have you
I don't
ever
know.
took
Are we
a-
going back to playing? Is that what's happening?
Have you ever used that strategy before?
What? Go rogue?
Just shoot bulls.
against you.
Well,
Well, no,
yeah.
I've gone rogue against you,
Yeah, you
but
did.
not bull like that. I did ask him why. He said he just felt more comfortable going to the bull at that moment.
It sure showed.
Yeah.
It sure showed the
He
entire
shot,
time.
and he's like, I'm shooting terrible. I'm like, that's not what the score says.
No, you're not.
And he goes, I'm at 0-1. I was like, well, your
he's
double
had-
ones are struggling. But
He's had 7 rounds over 85.
Absolutely.
Or over 80. You know.
well, the first leg they shot phenomenal until they got to the outshot, and then they
Yeah.
struggled.
You
So
know, that's
and
pressure.
and that's nerves and the first time being here and getting used to the cameras, even though you're not supposed to look at them.
Yeah.
It seems like they got rid of him after
Yeah.
the first game there.
Yeah.
You know.
And I did ask Kirk why did he abandon the 15. He thought he could trip to 16, steal it, and then point and get some points up that really put Drew in the burner at the bullseye.
Yeah.
So
Tim-
that was his plan on that.
Tim, do you think that strategy confused Kirk at all? Do you think that threw him off at all?
He said it didn't.
Okay.
Said it didn't.
Like I said, I mean,
Uh,
Kirk's been playing 25 years, so you're not going to surprise him.
Like,
Yeah.
but in my head, like, and when I do it with, I typically only do weird stuff when I'm playing really good players to
Yeah.
go, why did he do that? Like, and
Like I
if you're thinking about what I'm doing, then maybe I have an edge. Does it
Yeah.
work? Probably not, but it's a theory.
Yeah. I mean, it only works if you hit it.
Right.
You know, I mean, if not, it's not going to work. So, all right.
Back to action. All ones there. He
Ooh.
betted the ones to
He
start.
left the bullseye and went to the 20s and hit all ones.
What would we have done if you would have started with the Bulls and 0-1?
Well,
A 9 count's usually good, except when it's with the neighbors and Kirk doesn't hold
is
back.
it 85
Hitting a
for
triple
Kirk.
20 in the first round. I cut you off earlier when you were talking about Drew's the charity event that's going on October
Yes.
23rd.
He matches him with another 85. Yeah, and he says he has a St. Joe benefit for St. Joe. He does it down in Sellersburg at the Moose.
At the Moose Lodge.
Yeah, so and that's coming up on October 23rd, I believe.
Yeah, and he said the night before there's going to be $1,000 ad at Cactus Jack's.
Yep. So I know there's a lot of darters that do go down there for that benefit. I mean, if you have the opportunity to do it, go down there and support him and his cause. So
I think we're going to make the trip ourselves.
yeah,
We're going to
I told him I'd be down there. So
probably get a hotel. How far? I've been to Cactus Jack's and I've been to Sellersburg Moose, but I can't remember how far apart they are. Whether you could get done playing on Friday night and maybe make it towards Sellersburg to stay in a hotel.
I'm not sure how far. I mean, it's got to be within probably 40, 45 minutes, maybe.
That wouldn't be the worst. Probably be a high Uber bill.
Probably. So,
Don't forget to like and share the stream. Spread it out here. Got Indy darters, Kentucky darters, Indy commentators,
yeah,
and Ives.
and Ives. Kirk with another 85.
Yeah, they're scoring pretty well. Pretty consistent. More consistent than I would. He's stuck there with between 45 and 55 the last 3 rounds. I'm sure he's not happy with it. Will we see him go Bulls?
Yeah. Kirk needs a good round here to get to an out. It's not going to happen. 60 scored.
Maybe Drew can apply a little pressure.
Well, that first start's good.
Ton
1 ton.
40.
First ton 40
The first
of
ton
the
40
match.
of the match. Which is surprising for how many good
Lose
shots
him,
they've
lose
had.
him on a 122 out.
Do you think Drew will start with the 18?
He probably should, but who knows? Probably not. He
Yes,
did.
he does.
did.
Is that looks
Single.
like it? Is that a single 18?
Nope.
Maybe it's a 4.
44
It-
scored.
It was a 4.
It
wa-
was a 4.
Yeah.
So Kirk with the 160.
That'd get him pumped up.
It would.
Staying in the 20 though, not veering to the neighbors.
Oh,
Keeping
leads him at
60
100.
points.
First chance out right here.
Hits the triple on the
54.
first start. We'll have 2 at double 12. Well, double 6.
And
Takes
he
it
hits
right in
it.
stride. Heating up. Drew's been heating up steadily.
Is that 4-1?
Yes, yes. Kurt going to start trying to get some redemption here.
Yeah.
Put himself back in position to win.
I see Kirk putting something together here. I know he's got it. He's got ability to do it.
He'll reach a point to where enough's enough.
Yeah.
The question is, will Drew care
Yeah,
what Kirk does anymore? Staying with 2 triple 20s in that round. A ton 25 scored. Hopefully Kirk doesn't come in here and get crumbs and sick him on Drew to help him out in this match. That's a triple 20 there too.
85 scored.
He's not going to give it to him.
No. Do you like this format?
I do. I like the 0-1 back-to-back. So alternating start, both players will get a start each game. That levels
There's
up the
Kirky
playing
with that
field.
ton.
I'm not sure if we told them if it was 5-5, if they were recorking, or if the
No.
first of game 1 piddle is the game's 11th piddle also.
I believe that's been the tradition.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would need to announce that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it was like the previous one, it is the cork on the first game is the cork on the 11th game as well. Consistent scoring.
Yeah.
Nobody's veering away from the 20s. Not a lot of neighbors. And here comes Drew hitting the triple wedge.
Uh-oh.
Another one. Can we see the first 1080?
Ooh.
Just a bit outside,
140.
but has the first out
He does. 116.
for a break of throw. Well, Kirk finding the treble himself.
135, 116.
135. Finds the treble.
Ooh.
Oh, just north.
Left himself on 40.
So 135, you start with the bull.
Yep.
Should start with the bull.
He went through the 20s.
And that's just inexperience, not playing steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. More familiar with the triple 20. So Drew here having 3 darts at double tops. With a pretty good marker. Ouch.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the third dart was rushed, but it done what he needed it to at the 19 to leave himself the James Wade double
75
10.
here.
Trip 17,
Trip
double 12.
17, double 12.
I figured he was going for the 15s. Now will he go fat 20, double 20, or stay
Yeah.
down south? Oh, triple to bust.
Triple to
Unlucky.
bust.
Unlucky. That
There it
is. That is in.
So 5 to
5
1
to
here.
1. He's on a roll here. Didn't Kirk win the first game?
He did.
And it's been all Drew all day since.
But Kirky's been in the game.
He has.
I mean, he has. I mean,
Well, almost starting the game out with a white horse here.
I think it's his confidence now.
That is. He's throwing downhill.
Kirk's not gonna give up though.
No, I can't picture. He's chasing with no points. He
Hey, he
succeeded
closed.
with
He
it.
closed.
So Kirk
Wow.
successfully done a Drew shot. Gave Drew a taste of his own
Yep.
medicine and was successful. He's not letting his foot off the gas at all. Another 5 count.
I don't think he chases him here though.
I wouldn't think so. Maybe 17's first.
Yeah.
Just north of the triple. Still shooting a 4.5 to Drew's 5.5 here.
Yeah.
And is just not missing much this game.
He did drop that last one.
Kirk's going to have to put up a tent on these 15s here.
Yep.
Stay a while. Finds a triple on his first start. They were the first points scored this leg.
Yeah.
There goes the gentleman's game.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Well, you gotta do what
I
you
don't
gotta
put
do.
it past Drew to chase the 15s on his first
He
start
might.
here. No, he doesn't. He's playing with a little more patience. It's a good look at the third dart.
Yeah. Kirky, if he triples it, he might go.
He
Wow.
could pay to Birmingham here and just shut Drew down. He has the point lead. He did take a look at it. Stayed there too.
Wow. I think I would have went back to the 15th at that point.
Yeah. Up less than a 1 mark.
Yeah.
That makes Drew just stay with the 15s and shut his scoring down.
Yep.
And does his due diligence there.
Single, single, single. So this could be it. This could be 6 to 1. Drew.
It could be, unless Kirk pulls some Drew magic out with these bulls. He closes the 19 with the first start, which might come in handy. Notices and stays at 16. Drew has that 16 to go back on if he misses
If
these
he
bulls.
needs to. I think he shoots all 3 of them at the bull.
He might not need 3 of them.
Nope.
And that
And there
is
it
it.
is.
2 reds to end the match. Drew did not let up at all.
6 to
What
1.
did he shoot? He shot a 4.2 that game.
Drew went crazy in cricket.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that was
Kirk's
great.
got a
That
4.
was good.
Yeah, said Kirk shot great.
I mean,
Just
he
Yeah,
shot
Drew
four.
just
he
outshot
shot a
Just
4 and
I mean, you shoot a 4 in cricket. I mean,
and you're in steel. I mean,
and
it's
still,
not,
you're going to compete.
Yeah.
I mean, the games. I mean, the score doesn't indicate the closeness of the games. I mean, he hung with them, and I mean, but
Yeah, they were
Drew just had the confidence. I mean, he just. He didn't care about what you're supposed to do. He just did what he wanted to do.
And his doubles were pretty good after that first game. The 76 in game 2 and Strine on the third dart
Yeah.
to get his wins going, and he didn't stop at all. That was fun to watch. That was a good one.
Yeah.
they were on it.
There we got Kirk coming up. Blinking, you'd have missed it. That happened fast. You guys were throwing.
Did I even throw?
Oh, you threw.
Oh, it's inside out.
There you go. Now you can hear.
Yeah, you threw
I mean-
actually fairly well.
You shot a 4 that last game.
Yeah.
Man, he's tough.
He was
He's
on
a
one.
good player.
I think he's got somewhere else to be, maybe. That was
Yeah.
impressive.
You know,
He's got a
but
long drive home.
what I said earlier,
Yes,
I
he
mean,
does.
the score doesn't indicate the closeness of the game. I mean, you was in every game. I mean, pretty much, except for the Bull game. I mean, well, you still in the Bulls game, but I mean, did that surprise you?
No, I mean, I figured out. I actually thought I was going to throw better cricket. Yeah. Because I've been warming up, I've been hitting trips and this and that, and I thought, damn.
Well,
But
we noticed that first game. I mean, you had a lot of pushes right to left.
Mhm.
I mean, normally your stroke. I mean, you got one of the smoothest strokes I've seen. I mean, it's always you've always had a great stroke, but when you miss right to left, I mean, you think it's the finger pressure? You think it's just what do you think has caused that?
no, I catch myself pushing sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel it going left to right. Then I just have to step back and think about it again because I don't throw as much. I mean, here lately I've been throwing
Sure.
more, but I'm still trying to get into my mindset of where I need to be and what I'm throwing, and I still veer off and I'm still throwing here and I throw there and
You know, like I said earlier,
it happens.
You're as I mean, when you're focused, you're as tough as anybody. I mean, you could definitely play. I didn't realize you've been playing 25 years.
Yeah, that was surprising to me.
Yeah.
as well.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I took a hiatus. I stopped playing for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course that does you for your game. You know, you gotta get back into it, and you know you gotta start from scratch again.
Yeah, get the muscle memory working for you
Yeah.
again.
So and I had to do that, and because our son he plays baseball, travel ball, and this and that, so we stopped playing for about 4 or 5 years.
Sure.
And
And Denise plays. I mean, she pushes you to play. I mean, and you guys play together a lot. So
yeah,
I mean, it's good when you can play with your wife and have fun and be competitive.
yeah, we have a good time playing together. We we didn't play together very good at all.
Yeah.
And now we've been playing real good together, and you know we've had more time to play, so we've been playing more.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I've been seeing you out quite a bit.
yeah.
Yep. And I said, I mean, you know, at the Mata tournament, I mean, you was lights out. I mean, you shot well all weekend. So, I mean, you know, what do you think about your first time at the castle?
Other than I sucked, but no, I loved it. It was great. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't play a lot of steel, but you know, this might get me into playing a little bit more steel. I've been playing mostly soft tip most of my life.
Have
So
you played online before? I mean, on stream before? I mean, much?
no, I haven't played on stream or anything
Yeah.
like that. You know,
Did you think about the cameras? I mean,
no,
they come into
actually,
play?
I put that all out of my mind. I wasn't worried about it. That had nothing to do with it. I was just, you know, hit, miss, this and
Yep.
that, and then you know, Drew, he's a monster.
Yep.
You know, he hit.
You know, when I picked Drew, I mean, I I was trying to figure out someone that hadn't played here before, someone that I thought could compete with him. And you know, when I talked to Chris about it, I was like, you know, this is what I think, and Chris was like, yeah, solid, let's go. You know, so that's when I sent you a message, and you know, I'm glad that you accepted. You know, I'm glad that you had a good time, and hope that you come back.
Yeah, I think when you go back and watch the video, you didn't shoot as bad as you think you did.
That first game, I mean,
mean-
you guys were shooting with each other. You know, then you guys. You know, I think the pressure of trying to hit that double, you know, you guys both traded a bunch of darts
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
first double is, you know,
But
so,
yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
good.
I liked it. I'd definitely come back again.
All right,
I appreciate you guys having me out.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
no
glad you came
problem.
out, Kirk.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bud.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
And I believe we're coming in with the
Yeah,
winner.
here comes Drew.
Fellas.
What'd you go and do?
Was you in a hurry to leave?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
hot
good.
Great shooting in the cricket, man.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
yeah.
you. thank
After
you.
leg one, you didn't let your foot off the gas the entire time.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what you shot, you know, what you averaged, but you had 11 rounds of 85 plus.
Yeah, and
you know,
4
you-
legs.
You know, you had, you know, 2 140s, you know, 2 tons, 3 tons. So I mean, you didn't shoot bad at all. I mean, but your cricket game was
Your last cricket was 4-8.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
but he shot a 4.
yeah.
You
he
know,
shot
I
a
mean,
4
so
and-
I mean, you know, but the bullseyes really. What
You
was
were on one.
what was going on there?
what made you
Well-
shoot the bull with the 16s and 15s wide open?
Well, at that time, I just felt that that's where I wanted to be because I couldn't hit a triple to save my life in that game. So I figured that if I just go to my bullseyes, you know, I'll catch him eventually on
It
everything
worked.
else.
It definitely worked.
I mean, for
It
the
surprised the heck out of us.
for the match, you shot. I mean, you shot a 63-2. He shot a 54-8. You shot a 3-2, and he shot a 2-8 for the match. And I think that, you know, you guys both handled yourself. I mean, I think that first game, you guys the double was a little
Yeah, I got a little
elusive.
frustrated.
Yeah, I think you both did. I mean, but that first double was the hardest.
Yeah.
So
That first match put a huge dent in that
Yes,
in that average
yeah.
because they were well over
If you
70
get rid of
for
leg
most
one,
of it.
I'm sure you're probably around the 70.
yeah,
They were well in the 70s.
Yeah, in the 70s.
So I mean, so what's going on with you, man? Are you just getting back into it?
Just
You playing?
It's been 7 years, I think it has been, since I played steel,
Really?
and competitively and traveling. So I think this right here
Give it the itch.
is making me want to get back into it. Yeah.
David doesn't have steel
I
boards
think-
down there.
Yeah, we got some steel boards. I just kind of stepped back away from it a little bit.
Okay,
But now, I think I'm getting that itch back.
got you. Well, like I said, you and I had the phone call. We were talking about some other stuff, and then when Chris asked me to co-host, commentate with him, he's like, "Who do you want to get?" And I'm like, "Let me see what I can come up with." And then, you was my first, you thought, and I'm like, let's get him up here. And I knew your schedule. You could make it up here on a Tuesday because you make your own schedule. So, and then I was trying to find someone that's gonna give you a battle. And I didn't realize you both have been playing over 20 years. So there's not much you guys haven't seen and haven't done.
Right.
So tell us what you got coming up with the your charity tournament.
Yes, on October the 23rd, we're going to Greater Louisville Darting Association will be having a charity event for St. Joe's Children's Home, and it's a great time. I mean, Guy, you've been there,
Sure.
And it's a great time. We and actually the Friday before, which will be the 22nd, we're doing $1,000 added soft tip before. Then we're going to the Steel on Saturday for St. Joe's.
Where's that at?
That's going to be at Cactus Jack's. I'm sorry, in
Cactus
Louisville.
Jack's,
Yes.
okay.
So, we will.
So our
We're getting some things.
so CJ wants to know. Let's do an IDA versus Louisville
we
steel
will-
tip. Let's make it happen.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm on here now and someone wants to challenge Louisville, we will gladly accept that
there you
challenge
go.
and bring them on, boys. We don't back away from anyone.
Now it's showed tonight, that's for sure.
So, but yes, on the 22nd we will have $1,000 added at Cactus Jack's, and on the 23rd will be the St. Joe's charity shoot. 16 years. Greater Louisville Darting Association has been putting this on for 16 years, and it's all about the kids.
And that's Schaefer, right?
No,
Schaefer.
that's Greater Louisville Darting.
Yeah, but
Let's put it on.
you're having it where at Salisbury?
We're having it at Sellersburg.
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the Schaefer bar, right? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
for
so-
now.
So
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Say whatever you want.
Chris and I are both planning on being down there.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring. I'll bring my sister and Raymer, and he'll bring all his buddies, and then we'll come down and have a good time with
Well,
him.
this is our 16th year, and we are hoping to have the biggest turnout that we've ever had, ever.
Do we have a flyer yet?
Yes, we do.
Okay, can
It
we-
should be on the IDA, IDA
Is
page.
it Indy Darts the Indy Darts page?
Yes, and
Okay.
if you don't have it, I will get it to
Okay,
you.
let's make sure we get that
Okay.
posted so everyone can see it. And
Yes,
And we'll
sir.
do a little research, see
we
what
can
kind
start
of
doing some
hotels we can
programs.
share about down there too. So we're
Yeah.
not having.
You just let those Louisville people know that Indy's coming.
Indy's coming. Okay, but guess what? We're not scared.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank
you did
you.
a great
Thank
job.
you,
Great
guys,
job.
and
Appreciate
appreciate
you
you
coming
all.
up.
I really appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
All right. Thanks.
And that's up for us. You guys have anything else you got to add before? Yeah.
Here comes Jason. Nope. Here comes Sean.
Why is mine not as high up on there? You think I can talk loudly or something?
You are allowed.
All right, guys. So, first of all, that was awesome. Chris, Guy, thank you guys so much for helping us out, taking over the castle for the week. I
Hope we
think
didn't embarrass you.
I think we can say it was definitely successful.
Look too bad.
I'm gonna have to look back and watch Drew play that game of cricket that he played again because that was insane. Let's look at some of these stats here. That's crazy. A 63 and a 54, which the 54 was about 8 points higher than either two guys last week. First 9 average of above 60 for both of them. I mean, what can you do? That's crazy. Wait, Drew was 30% on the Bulls in trip percentage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirk threw better than he thought. I think you guys said that out loud, for sure. Kirk had 7 rounds of 80 plus, and Drew had 11, with a couple 140s in there at the end, just to throw them in there for fun.
Yeah, and only 4 legs.
Right. I mean, that's insane. So, what you guys want to hear from me coming to you is who is taking over the castle next week, and that person is. We don't have a drum roll thing. God. No, I'm kidding. Is Mr. Ben Ferris. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure
I believe he likes to talk.
he
he
will
won't
be
have
someone
any
where I
problems.
don't have to sit there and talk at all.
Well, he's
That's
gonna
for
do,
sure.
he's gonna do both chairs, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna be his own
He's
co-host.
the co-host. He's the co-host.
And he'll do
as
my
well.
job next week too. No, he'll do it all. But we're real excited about that. Hopefully you guys are too.
Yeah.
We don't know anything else because it's his choice
Yeah.
on who he picks as his co-host and who he picks as his
I'm
two
sure
players.
he'll put together a good
So-
show.
He'll definitely put together something
To
pretty cool.
piggyback off that, he does have that Bullmaster Challenge Saturday
Yep.
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the Mad Hatter. It's a
Make sure you
unique,
go there.
different event. I believe it's starts at 2 o'clock. Sign
I think
up
so.
at 1,
Yeah.
start at 2.
Again, if Drew shows up to that, I'm leaving before it starts after what we just saw tonight. But great show, guys. You guys put on a heck of a show for us, and
Yeah,
we
I'm
really
glad you had us
appreciate it.
out.
I enjoyed
Thanks for
this.
coming, guys.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed this.
for
All right.
sure.
Have a great night, guys.
Thanks.
All right. See you guys.